Is that the tractor I looked at is only 25 horsepower. And it's not, I mean, it's, you could do a lot with it, but I don't think it would be quite as strong to, I don't think it would be that strong to lift a, you know, a car over or lift that truck cab. You know, I think they claim it lifts about the same, 1,800 pounds. And I think that's what that S18 or that S. Hang on again. What?
Oh, that thing beeped, so I thought that you were doing something.
Yeah, it might be someone else on this channel too. I don't know. I wasn't doing anything though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess the radios were going off at a, cause we're on a certain channel, and apparently her radio went off. Well, my radio kind of went off too, but it disappeared. So there must be someone else using our channel. But they're too far out of range. They're probably a little bit too far out of range. So I can hear a motor or something. Interesting. So yeah, see, the thing is with the, I believe with that tractor and the Bobcat loader, it was basically Can you get any louder? I mean, just put it right in my ear. Holy fuck. That thing can get a lot louder than that, trust me. That ain't half that fucking loud normally. Normally it's actually a lot louder than that, actually. So, but yeah, the only reason why I would go with a Bobcat is because, well, fuck man, a Bobcat is so much more. I mean, that thing can do a 360 on itself, and it, you know, whereas a tractor really can't do that. You have to lock up a tire in order to do that. So it kind of cocks over the, you know, it's just more damn work. So I'm kind of just walking in the middle of fucking nowhere right now. I'm just trying to see what's going on, but yeah. So what do? You can get a brand new tractor, less horsepower, from China, and you know, you can get a Bobcat for both the same. A little more horsepower, probably a little bit more pulling or pushing power. You know, it probably would work a little bit better. Now the thing is that skid steer was about 500 miles away from here, so you might as well say there'll probably be another 500 thrown on top for you know, shipping, and then probably another who knows how much for special ramps, because I don't have no ramps to unload it, you know. So they're gonna have to come up with something so I can, so they, oh, well, me or they can unload it properly without damaging it. So I don't know. And there's probably no one really around here that would sell loaders or skid steers, and if they do, they're probably so fucking wore out that they're not worth buying. And I think this one came with a new bucket too, because it looked awful new. So, you know, what do you do, right? Oh, what's this? Oh, it's really good thing I found that then. Huh, piece of, looks like some mattress springy stuff. Two of them. Well, good thing I stumbled across that. But yeah, another reason why I want to either get a loader, a skid steer, or that tractor is for this shit here that I'm about to show you. If I don't kill myself tripping over logs all the freaking time, throw that in there. It's for this shit. Right here. Right here. All this crap. I cannot move this by hand because this thing has been sitting so freaking long. I think this is a washer. I think that's a washer. This is a piece of metal right here. So, and under that is a snowcat, a really, really old snowcat. There's two of them here, actually. Yeah, so even here's a ski. There's a track. I think there's a washer or something underneath that. Some kind of a cage. That's definitely a washer. That green thing. And there's that other snowcat underneath this. So, and those are all really stuck in the ground really good. And I unfortunately need a bobcat to get them out, because trying to get my uncle down here with the tractor, it would just piss him off, and he doesn't like doing any more than he has to. So I'd rather just not bother him, get my own shit and done with it. And actually underneath here somewhere, it's got to be right there, it's actually supposed to be a piece of long square tubing. A couple of them anyway. I think they might have went to a trailer at one time or something, but they're there now. So, but everything here is basically stuck in place. What I want to do is clean this up, and then, well, since I'll have the bobcat, I can probably just put a brush hog on the bobcat and just, you know, mow all this down. Because at least that way I won't hurt the John Deere, let it hurt the bobcat, brush hogs, and anything else, because they have more, you know. I think usually on their setups, their blades have shear pins, whereas on the John Deere it doesn't. So, well, I think if it got to the point, I think it would just slip on the belt. But then that'll do some serious belt damage too if you just let it, you know, sit there and burn the belt up. So, but that's what it's gonna take, I guess, to really move this stuff. I was able to move quite a bit of it by hand. Yeah, I kind of want to get my hands on it'll come with a bucket, so I'm good there. Would like to get my hands on maybe a good used set of forks, pallet forks. It would also come in handy for moving some of this shit around, but a bucket would do fine. Then I want to get a bucket with a grapple. That'll be for moving manure or trees or whatever. And a brush hog, you know. Because that's all going to be very expensive shit, but that's not all going to happen at one time. It would be nice to just get the shit right out of here. Yeah, and then over here, this right here is actually a stove. This thing right here is actually a stove. I don't remember where it came from or why it's here, but it's here. But it's really not sitting under the... Oh, that thing's heavy as hell. So, I don't know if that's... No, that's a different one. So, yeah, I just, you know, I can't do all this possibly by myself. It would be too much work. So, I'm probably going to end up letting it sit here for another year and try to get my hands on a bobcat. Even if it's a used one, it's fine. I mean, it'll serve its purpose pretty well here. So, I wanted to get my hands on an S185 because they're my all-time favorite loaders from Bobcat. They want too much for them. Unless you find a really piece of shit one that's got like no paint left to it, but I don't want, you know, I don't care about the hours. As long as it's under 10,000 hours, I'm probably good with it. I did find one loader that had 5,000 hours on it, but they still wanted too much for it. And I'm like, you're never going to sell it for that much. I don't care what the... I mean, they're charging so much because of the brand. They don't care about the hours. They don't care how it looks. It's all about the brand of the damn loader. You know. Some people are willing to sell their equipment for a little bit less, and others are like, nope, I want full price for it. I paid $60,000 for it, and I want at least $40,000 for it. And even though it's a 2002 model, you know, it's all beat to shit. So it's just how some people roll. So, I mean, just like if I was to, well, let's say if I wanted to sell Big Red, I wanted to get me a new one. I could never ask for 10 grand because it's got too many miles on it. I'm lucky if I could probably get a grand out of it now, because I've looked at other newer ones, or other ones about this same year, and a couple of them I looked at, they only had about 200 hours on them, so they're basically new, and they were only going to get like probably about 5 grand out of it. That basically went for all of them. No matter how nice they looked, it's all about the hours, and you think that Polaris would want a lot for them because it's a famous brand of an ATV, so you think that they would want to go all out, but they don't, so they don't have to. They sell them like wildfire anyway. So I mean, why can't Bobcat cheapen theirs up? I mean, geez, they sell them like crazy. Of course, now you got other brands taking over too. I mean, John Deere's been out there too, but John Deere, again, they want too much for their loaders, and I don't like their cabs. Like I said, the brand new loaders, their cabs are fine, but when you get into the later models, they're kind of useless. The cabs, I don't like the ones where the doors go up, inside the cab. That's not good. I mean, especially if you were to hit a bump or something and that door wasn't really sitting on the tracks very well, boom, get hit in the head with a damn glass door. Not exactly wise to do that. So they did it that way, and it stuck that way for a little while, but then they ended up changing it now to basically the same thing as what Bobcat's got now, and their doors swing out. So their loaders are, John Deere's getting the idea, but I'm just more into Bobcat than anything else. So, but that's what it's gonna take to move this shit, is a Bobcat. I ain't gonna do it with Big Red. If I tried to pull this stuff with Big Red, I'd be out of room in no time, because I don't have much room to pull, and I can't push. So I'm not gonna smash up my snowplow. And save yourself the trouble and get your hands on even if you can rent it for a good day. You'll get a lot done in one day, more than you probably think you will, but you just gotta know how to use them and push them hard, push them to their limits, and you'll move a lot of shit that way. So that's probably what I'll end up probably doing, is trying to get my hands on a Bobcat once I get I gotta get new computers. I gotta get a new garage door. I gotta get the ion fixed. I want to maybe get Big Red tuned up, because I know he's gonna need it. 7 years of hell, and he's never had a tune up. I want to get new tires for him and stuff. So I just want to give him a little bit of and get that front end fixed too. I mean, he's such a damn leaner on the front end that it's from the fucking plow. This absolutely probably ate the shit right out of my front suspension, so that's why he's kind of he leans to the front, and I don't like it. And I think the steering's probably going a little bit wonky on it too, so it's gonna take a lot to get this Big Red back up and running at 100%. I suppose after I do all that work, I'll probably blow a fucking piston, and that'll be the end of that. Yeah, hey, can I get a new piston for my four-wheeler? Oh, don't even bother. Get yourself a brand new one. Sometimes it's cheaper to get a piston for it than it is to buy a new four-wheeler. You can buy a pretty good used one for a lot less than that too, but so now I would definitely hate to have to put money into him, and then he blows up, and they're like, and then I put that CB radio on there, and that took me a while. So all that would have to come back off. My warning lights would have to come off. That would have to be put on the new one, and I don't really want to have to do that. So, but one guy actually thought that I was going to sell Big Red. I guess because of the way I was talking, how I was talking about him, and that he's getting old. So. I don't plan on selling him. I'm never going to sell him. I don't care if he fucking grenades himself. He's still going to be sitting in my yard until I guess either until I can find a new motor for it or whatever. But I'm hoping maybe in the next couple of years or whatever, I can get my hands on a Ranger, the Polaris Ranger. I'm pretty much well done with four-wheelers. I mean, I like four-wheelers, but they suck. I mean, being out in the cold with no cab with heat, you know, it sucks. And you gotta plow snow yet. That sucks. So, yeah, I can get a cab for Big Red, but they're not meant to really have cabs, and their cabs are stupid. All the ones I've seen are stupid. So, it just wouldn't work. So, I'll have to find something different. So, but yeah, so I'll probably just keep Big Red as long as I possibly can. And I'm not sure if anyone else has ever kept their four-wheelers as long as I have. I mean, it seems like every year someone wants a new four-wheeler. I've had mine for 7 years now. You know, I bought it new in 09. It was actually a 2010 model, but I bought it back in late 09. So I've had it, you know, a good 7 years. And it's only given me a few minor problems. Well, I fixed those problems, and it's been good ever since. But now it's starting to have issues again. But what do you expect, you know? I mean, the damn thing's got almost 4,000 miles, and it just hit 800 hours. So, I mean, he's probably due for a facelift, you know? It's getting pretty wore out, so. So, you know, you're probably talking a good $1,000 right there. Well, yeah, probably well over. The tire's going to be close to $1,000. You know, $200 per tire. You know, it's going to be a lot. So, yeah, that's just the way it's going to have to be, I guess. I'm not going to really worry about it. I think as long as we can get them tuned up and good. But yeah, if we can get our hands on a Bobcat this fall, fuck, even that Bobcat that I looked at that I just told you guys about, you can do so much with that loader. You know, it's incredible. People don't realize what you can. I mean, think about it. Think about it. If I bought a Bobcat loader, even this one, I could move snow with that. I wouldn't even have to use Big Red anymore. Put a fucking snow blower on it, or a blade, you know, hydraulic angle blade, or even get a snow bucket. Either one would probably be about the same price.